This is a VR for B-Dog Piper. He asks, what is the most unique pipe in your collection? And what is the one pipe you would never part with and why? And finally, what about softy bits? Yes or no?
Greetings, YTPC. This is Piper NYC. What is my most unusual pipe? And I would have to say, it is this Aristocob. Although it's not totally uncommon, it has a meerschaum bowl. It's pretty uncommon overall to be in, I would say, this kind of shape, which is pretty good shape overall. But this would qualify as my most unusual. Now, this one is a Caminero Ben, a Caminero business, umpal basically. And not that it's a fantastic pipe, but it has sentimental value in a sense. This is one of the first pipes I ever bought, going back many, many years. So, although the pipe has a certain intrinsic value, to say the least, it's not something I would sell or consider selling. So that is the story on that. As far as softy bits are concerned, I don't have much experience with softy bits, so at the moment I'd say no. It's a no on the softy bits.
Mine is a replica of Charles Ingalls from Little House on the Prairie, the pipe that he smoked. It was an old rock pipe that I took apart and pieced together by watching him and freezing the frames and seeing what his pipe looked like. And so this is a pipe like he smoked. If you go back and watch some of the Little House on the Prairies, you'll see him smoking this pipe. Not this exact pipe, the pipe like this one. Number two, what is a pipe that I would never get rid of? I have several. I'm smoking one now. It's Castello. Small. I like the smaller pipes. I just bought another one from Briar Blues, a 2K. This is a 2K size. And I got another one on the way. And another pipe that I would never get rid of is my very first Savinelli. Actually, my very first Briar pipe is Savinelli, but I don't have it with me. It's in my camper. I've never done a softy bit. And I only have acrylic mouthpieces. I have forever stems for my cobs. I do not do softy bits at all.
For me, it's a cheap one, but it is my Dr. Grabo Omega. It's the only military mount pipe that I have. And it's a good pipe. And it would have to be this style of Missouri Meerschaum. Maybe not this pipe, probably burn out one day, but the Missouri Meerschaum Eaton, they're just fantastic little smokers. You can smoke just about anything in them. And they're great little clinchers. These little royal bits are perfect for clinching. No weight to them at all. But anything with a big, heavy acrylic bit and a big bowl or anything like that, you got to have one or your mouth's just going to be hurting all day.
My growly bulldogs that I had custom made just for me, and I commissioned it back in my college days. First, obviously, is going to be the growly bulldog from Question One, but also those sparkless, and really any of the pipes that my grandfather and even my great grandfather owned. I'm not going anywhere. Softy bits, you know.
Probably the most unusual one I have is the one I did a video on the other day. The pipe, it's called The Pipe. It's a reason it makes it unusual is it got an inner bowl and an outer bowl, as I stated. The inner bowl is made up of a material that they use on the space capsules, heat shield, for re-entry into the atmosphere. I think that's pretty uncommon. The outside of the bowl, I was told, is made of the same material they make bowling balls out of, but if you read up on the history of it, nowhere does it say anything about bowling balls. So I would say this is my most unusual pipe. And surprisingly, I did a video on that pipe too, and that would be this pipe. This is my first pipe that I purchased back about 30 years ago. And up until about 2 years ago, I don't know why I saved this pipe. I probably would have gave this pipe away or sold it for $5 because smoking a pipe was not a enjoyable thing for me until I got into the UPC, learned the proper techniques, still learning, and this pipe and myself have become great friends, and you don't give away great friends. As you can see, I have a softy bit on this pipe right here, and it all depends, for me, all depends on the stem. Skinny stems, you don't really need a softy bit because they don't really fit. I've never found any small ones. I've seen and heard people talk about going to the hardware store and cutting off rubber tubing and using that, which would be a good reason. I mean, a good way of doing it. But I've got some wide stems where this softy bit fits very good. I've got some wide stems that it fits, but as you smoke it, it starts sliding, so it doesn't stay put. So, as far as safety bits go, softy bits, I would say if the bit fits, wear it.
Without a doubt, the most unique pipe in my collection has got to be this one right here. And you've seen this one recently, I believe. This is my Pipe by Lee carved Viking head. I didn't even know they made any carved figural pipes. It's an absolutely lovely piece. The detail is fantastic. It smokes really well. Rather unique. That would have to be this lovely Pipe by Lee carved Viking head figural pipe. Now, the reason I wouldn't part with it is not just because it is in fact a lovely and unique pipe. I would not part with that pipe because that pipe was gifted to me by none other than Jeffrey Alton Carter, the Renaissance Piper. When he discovered that I collect Pipe by Lee pipes, and he had this truly unique pipe in his hands, he sent that to me. Just a gift. Just kindness. Can't see myself parting with that one. Well, for me it's not or, it's and. I do not particularly care for hard acrylic stems. The one pipe that I have that has a hard acrylic stem that I smoke fairly often is my Meerschaum. That one has a softy bit. Most of my other pipes do not. There are a few that have particularly wide mouthpieces that in order to make them a little more clenchable, I have put softy bits on. I need to get some of the small size softy bits just to see if I would like them on any of my other pipes. So for me, it's simply a matter of on that one acrylic and a few of my bigger stems. Yeah, I use them. I'm not a big evangelist for softy bits.
Caffeinated Piper here. Well, my most interesting pipe in my collection is right here. The Zombie Axe. I love the random rustications in here. Rusticated in all random spots. I love that. Exactly how I wanted it when I had it made for me. And of course, as you can see, the filter there that I'm really digging. Sorry, the antler, I should say, that I did. And yes, this is also the pipe I will never ever get rid of. Reason being, I had it custom made just for me. And it smokes really well, and I love it. I will never get rid of it. Softy bits, yes or no? I can go both ways.
This is Sam. You're watching Doing It Wrong. And I'm going to show two. Because one of them's kind of unique, the other one's totally unique. This is a falcon. Brown, straight stemmed, and I've got a Meerschaum bowl on it. Got a few different bowls for it. It's very science fiction looking. I think that's fairly unique, at least here. I don't know, England they sound pretty popular. That's the first unique pipe. The next one is totally unique. This is it began as a alternate Meerschaum pipe, and my local carver Tommy customized it for me with this nice rustication, and then he opened up the draw for me. Now, this smokes fabulous. So it's really awesome pipe. Yeah, Meerschaum. You just can't beat it. So that's probably my most unique pipe. There's really no pipe I wouldn't part with. Some may find that sad. If you got $1 million, it makes me happy. I'm a softy bit boy.
It would definitely be this R-door. I guess I show that upside down. This R-door pipe that I have. Really large, interesting rustication. At the time I really wanted a pipe that was smooth and rusticated. And this one is not that, but it looked like it might be. Anyway, got it switched over to be a 9mm. So it's really unique because of that. Because our door doesn't make 9mm pipes, but that's why I smoke so. Very cool. The bowl is so massive that I pretty much are going to reserve this to only smoking flakes. And not flakes, ribbon cuts. And I don't think I would want to smoke an English ribbon cut that long. So this is probably going to have to be something else. A ribbon cut that is Virginia Burley or something. I need to discover that. That would primarily smoke in that. I don't know. We'll see. I might just half fill it. The next question was a pipe that you would not give away, no matter what. And like Sam doing it wrong, every pipe has its price. I don't have any hand-me-downs. I got a couple pipes that were gifted, but they're all not super significant in the specialness that if someone offered me enough money, I would just be like, oh sure, you can just have it. I'm not tied to my pipes too much. That said, I would not give them up for the price that I paid for them in almost all the circumstances. So there's no softy bits on almost all my pipes. One pipe, I used the vinyl tubing for a while, but then I think it caused issues with irritation on my lips. So I got rid of all of them, but one I left on because I pretty much only smoked that pipe in a car very, very occasionally.
But for me, it's got to be one of my newest acquisitions. This is one that I won from Josh, a brownleaf beardsman, or his company for the pipes that he makes is Anderson Briars. You can check him out on Instagram and Etsy. First of all, this is a great little pipe. It's lightweight. It's a perfect little bowl. Perfect pipe. And the reason I never get rid of it is because I'm never going to get rid of a pipe that was handmade or craft made by an artisan or an independent pipe maker. Because even if you're to make the same design, it's a one-of-a-kind pipe. I actually have on this, it's that little rubber bit. Helps protect the stem. And the question is yes or no, do you use them? For me, it's kind of 50-50. Definitely take some getting used to the bits, but I think they're a great thing to have.
Eric Weaver here, Sea Smoke Pipes. So, I actually have 3 pipes I couldn't really pick from as far as pipes I would never sell. So we'll go over those real quickly. The first 2 are this made in London seconds pipe. I think it was probably made by the Cheriton factory. A big old fill in it. And the second one is this made in Italy no-name pipe, just a basket pipe. And the reason I would never sell these pipes is because these belong to my grandfather, and these were the 2 first pipes that I really learned how to smoke a pipe on and was really able to taste the tobacco, and they're a little bit thicker. They smoked a lot better than the Dr. Grabos he had, and so I'll probably never, well, I know I'll never sell these pipes, even though I don't smoke this one as much as I used to. I used to smoke this one all the time, and I've kind of been giving it a break for a while. But they're both good smokers, and I'd never get rid of those. The third pipe that I don't ever plan on selling is this Peterson XL 315. This has a replacement stem on it. And the reason I'd never sell this pipe is because I bought this pipe on my honeymoon in an antique shop. And so this has quite a bit of sentimental value to me. And I just really like it. It's an awesome shape. Cool pipe. I bought a few other pipes on my honeymoon in that same store, but I've ended up selling all those ones. I wasn't as attached to them as this one. So those are 3 pipes that I will never sell. The second question was, what is your most unique pipe? But I decided to talk about this little pipe right here. Little tiny old pipe. Has an old English H inlaid in silver in the front. It's been knocked around through the years. This is made by, the only markings are JM. If I remember correctly, I think that was a French factory. Nice little sterling silver band. Very small pipe. In fact, I gotta be careful I don't light my beard on fire when I smoke it. I don't smoke it often. It does have a pretty tight draw, but it's kind of nice for a quick little puff. And I think this pipe is pretty unique because of the inlaid silver work. And I would estimate this pipe was made between, I don't know, I'd probably say 1890 and like 1925 maybe. Not exactly sure. I bought this from an antique store for a couple of dollars years and years ago. And although the shaping may not be that unique, I just think it's a pretty unique piece for my collection. It's something that's out of the ordinary for size. The last question was softy bits, yes or no? Well, for my own personal use, I am definitely no.
My most unique pipes, 2 of them actually. One is my Volcano from LCS, London Calling Simon. I won that on one of his live streams. Pop-up giveaway, as it were. That was really nice of Simon to do that. It's an awesome looking pipe, very unique. And my other one is, it's Nepal, but it's an African meerschaum, Tanzania. Wonderful, wonderful smoker. Picked it up for, I think it was about $13 at an antique place some years ago. But I like the shape, I like the feel of it, and that particular meerschaum is kind of neat. So I think that's unique. Pipe I would never get rid of, even for $1 million. That's an easy one for me. That'd be my birth year Shell Dunhill. And the reason I wouldn't get rid of it is I had mentioned it some years before I was gifted it, And my children remembered that, and they chipped in and found one online and bought it for me for Christmas. Brought me to tears. Just a wonderful, wonderful present, and I'll always remember that. And just a nice pipe. Yeah, the softy bit questions. I've tried them. I don't like them. I don't like how they feel in my mouth. I don't like how the moisture can get underneath them. It does things, I think, to the stem. So I've stayed away from them. I'm not a clencher.
Click the spin. Here we go. See what we get. And the winner is 23. 23 is our winner. And 23 is Peter Piper NYC. Congratulations, Peter Piper NYC. Awesome. And there we go.
And so there you have it. Congrats to Peter Piper NYC on the win. I'd like to thank everybody again for playing along. Had 38 folks, as I mentioned in that video, and a good amount of VRs and a lot of good entries with the saying I'm in and telling me what you found your most unique and pipe you would never give away or give up, I should say, and the softy bit question. So I had a fun time reading all those, watching the VRs. We'll do it again and look for one probably in that December and January time frame. So thanks again, everyone, for playing along, and until next time, just stuff 'em and puff 'em.
Peter Piper NYC. I'm about to go on a bike ride, but before I do, I wanted to take a moment to express my deep appreciation for B-Dog Piper. And it's a representative of what YTPC is all about. And it isn't because I won the GAW or any of that. It's the thoughtfulness of someone who I never met in person and have only had an exchange through videos and comments. And here we are in this a gifting situation, and it's the heart of YTPC. It's not the value in terms of dollars or cents or the products or the items. It's the thoughtfulness in all of this. And although you might have seen this already, I want to just share with you some of the items. It's a small leather tobacco tray, a very cool B-Dog Piper decal, a bag of pipe cleaners, a official B-Dog Piper Zippo lighter, which is very cool actually. It's a pipe lighter, by the way, not just a regular Zippo lighter. A very cool glass ashtray. A very cool pipe tamper. And a Savinelli Regimental, which is also very, very nice, to say the least. I actually happen to like this shape of a pipe, and it's something that I've admired but wouldn't have necessarily purchased. So this is now becoming one of the items or one of the pipes that I would not ever sell for $1 million or give away, because it now holds a certain value as it being gifted. Then a little cork for the ashtray to bang your pipe on, let's say. And then two other unexpected items. One is a nail, antique nail, by the way. Only joking, was included in the box, but nonetheless. And a tin of Escudo Navy Deluxe, which I have not tried yet, believe it or not, but I've heard about 1,000,000 times and was going to order it, and here it is. So, you know, these are the items that have been sent, but my real sentiment is the fact that this community is built of a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching everybody in the videos that they did, and I had a tremendous amount of fun making my own video, and of course winning certainly is fun, but it really is a acknowledgement of not only B-Dog Piper, but the whole community, which fosters this sort of fun and camaraderie and everything else that goes with it. And with that, I'm going to get on with my bike ride before it gets too dark. This is Peter Piper NYC, wishing you good fortune and great piping.